All right. Hello, hello, everybody. It's going. Hopefully you guys are having a good day and you're feeling comfy and ready to stretch it out. We are going to start on the floor today, so make your way down to the floor. Hope you got a comfy pair of socks on or comfy sweatshirt, anything that will get you nice and relaxed. So let's come into we're going to start in a butterfly position. So come on down to the floor. And we are just going to bring those feet in. It doesn't need to be anything crazy. Just bring them right in, sit up nice and tall. And I want you to put your hands right on their ankles, wherever that may be. It can be out here, it can be in closer, wherever's comfortable. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down. And I want you to close your eyes and just bring your chin down to your chest. Take a nice big breath in. You're going to bring your chin back up, and you're going to look up at the ceiling. Lifting, very gentle. Bringing the chin back down. We're going to rock our head side to side, bringing our ears towards our shoulders. And we're going to go ahead and take it into a nice big head roll all the way around. We're going to go 3 times on each side. And repeat on the left. Bring it all the way around. And when you're done, bring that chin back down to the chest. Inhale up. We're going to curve that back over into a nice big C shape and just let your head again hang down. Reach for those toes. From here, roll it back up. We're going to come into a hands and knees position. So bring those feet over to the side. We're going to come into a little bit of a child's pose. Get our body ready to stretch it out. So reach those arms all the way out in front. And inhale, we're going to lift. We're going to walk those hands over to the left. So you're going to slide both hands over until you start to feel that stretch down the side of your arm. So for me, it's down my right arm as I'm leaning towards my left. And then we're going to walk it back through center. Walk the hands over until you feel that stretch down the left side. Good, back through center. We're going to come on up into our hands and knees. Right leg comes forward. We have our knee in line with our ankle. We're going to slide that back knee out just a little bit. Press those hips forward and down. You can rest your hands on your thigh. Bring your left hand down right next to that foot. Again, making sure that your knee is in line with your ankle. Inhale, rock those hips back, straighten up that front foot. And back forward, pressing those hips down. We're going to do what is called a lizard stretch. So we're going to come here. We're going to take our right hand, do it facing you guys, and we're just going to press this knee very gently away from our body. Nothing crazy, just a little bit of push away from the midline. You should feel that right underneath in those hips. You might notice some tightness there. So be very gentle. And then inhale, bring it back in line. We're going to sit it back, come back up. We're going to bring our left leg out. So left leg forward. Press those hips down and lean forward. Inhale, rock the hips back, straighten out that leg. And lean it back, press forward. Take that left hand, place it on the inside of the knee, slowly press that knee a little bit away. Bring it back in line and repeat, slowly press that knee out. In line. Back to our hands and knees. This time we're gonna bring our toes together, knees apart for our child's pose. Let that torso come between your knees. Inhale back up. From here, we're gonna go into a little froggy stretch. So we're gonna come onto our hands and knees, make sure our ankles are in line with our knees as our knees slide apart until you get to a spot where you're like, yep, that's enough. And then you can either come down onto your elbows or stay on the hands. We're just stretching those inner groin muscles, inner hip flexors. And you can bring it down again onto your elbows. You can lean it forward to stretch a little bit more of the top. And you can also rock it back to stretch different aspects of that. So hang out here. If you are on a hardwood floor or anything like that, careful not to slide, because it is hard to come out of sometimes. All right, inhale, we're gonna slowly come on up. Start with one knee, bring it back in, bring the other one back in. All right, we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna come onto our butt and we're gonna roll it back onto our backs. Take hands behind the thighs and we're just gonna slowly roll down to the ground. We got our rocks here, so roll it out. Take a second, roll out that back. And one more. And bring it down flat. Okay, come on into a tabletop position. Knees stacked above hips. I want you to feel that core engage here. Arms come out to the side. We're gonna keep those knees nice and squeezed together, I guess. We're gonna bring them over to the right side, keeping them stacked on top of each other and keeping our shoulders square to the ceiling. And back up. You can do one leg at a time. Back to center. Same thing to the left. Control, don't let them just flop down. Try to keep them controlled coming down and up. Inhale, back to center. Grab your right knee, extend the left leg out straight, and then lower to the floor. Pull the right knee in. Hold it, and keep holding, pressing it in. A little bit more towards your armpit. Bring it across your body, over to the left side. You're essentially repeating, but just with one leg. This is not enough stretch for you. Go ahead and extend this right leg out straight from here. You should feel that pretty quickly right down your hamstrings and outside of your knees. And bend that leg back in, lift, and switch. Left knee comes in. Keeping that right leg pressed into the ground. We don't want it to pop up or be rolling away. And inhale, cross to the right. And we're going to hold here, extend that left leg straight out for a more intense stretch in that hip. And bend it back in. Bring both knees into the chest. We're gonna reach for the insides of those feet for a happy baby. So reaching on the insides, pressing the knees down towards the floor. If you can't reach your feet just yet, you can grab behind the thighs and pull them this way. All right, place that left foot down on the floor. We're gonna keep our right leg up, cross it, press the knee out, hold here. If you feel it working here in that hip, stay right here. If you need a little bit more stretch, grab behind that left leg and pull it in. And release, place that left foot back on the ground, switch legs. Left comes over the right. Nice deep breaths while you're stretching. And release. We're going to bring both feet up into the air. Flex those toes. I want you to flex those feet as hard as you can. You can have a slight bend in the knees, or you can keep them as straight as you want, whatever you feel working here. We're gonna point and flex those feet. You should feel a stretch down the front of the ankles when you're pointing your feet, and then a stretch down your calves when you flex them. Feel free to alternate, throw in some little circles, roll your ankles around, and bring those knees back into the chest. We're gonna rock ourselves back up to a seated position. Sound effects included. From here, we're gonna come into a stag position. Perfect, all right. So one knee, both knees bent. If you want a wide right angle, this is an option if you want a little bit more stretch. Otherwise, you can bring this leg in, and see, we're just gonna come over this leg here and lean over for it. Increase this stretch. Extend this left leg out straight and come into a pigeon. And we're going to come back into the stag position. Come up, upright. I want you to bring those feet right about so that they're comfortable. Lift the knees off the ground. We're going to rotate, face this direction. We're going to rotate back to the other side and then back to this side. So lift those knees up off the ground, rotate, face, beginning. And one more time, we're going to rotate. We want nice mobile hips and knees. Left leg's in front. Come on down into here for a half pigeon, or extend this right leg out straight for a pigeon. Inhale back up, bend this knee. Come on into your stag one more time. Ooh, glute cramp. Bring those knees back up. We're gonna rotate around, face the wall, and again. One more time, back to our beginning position. Bring both knees around, hands and knees one last time. And we're just gonna get our upper back. So make sure there's some space between the knees. For one of my favorites, which is threading the arm under, slide it through. Bring that shoulder down onto the ground. You can also take this left arm and bring it up. If you really want to make this a little bit more intense here. Back up to our hands and knees, and other side. Slide it out. Inhale back. We're going to come into a nice little forward fold. So tuck those toes under. We're going to lift up into a down dog. Stretch out those legs. Bend and straighten the knees. And walk the hands into the feet, nice and slow. Come up to standing. Roll it out. Roll those shoulders. You can bring it either back down to the floor if you want to be on your knees. We're just going to take a second just to roll out those shoulders. So roll it here. Nice big circles. Hands on the shoulders. Bring them in front. Touch those elbows together. And open. Think of touching the elbows together in the back. Open up this chest. And front. One more time. And back. All right. Interlock those fingers. Give those shoulders one last pull. All right. Shake it out, you guys. I hope you feel a little bit more limber than you did before. Hope you have a fabulous Monday.
Thank you.
You're welcome.